Happy St. Patrick's Day to the good people out there. Big day for everyone, huh? I know we're used to certain things that should be going on. But anyway, welcome to Montez at Midday. I'm your host, Montez. I also host a podcast. It's called Who's to Blame. You can find it on your social media platforms that I'm on Facebook, Who's to Blame, Instagram, Who's to Blame the podcast, Twitter at W2B Montez. Wherever you listen to your podcast at, you can probably listen to mine. I'm on iTunes, SoundCloud, Podbean, Spotify, Anchor, as well as Google. So just type in Who's to Blame with Montez. I'm quite sure you can catch up on my latest episode of my podcast. Also visit the website to support the sponsors of the show. By the way, thank you to our title sponsor, The Weed Squad. But go to www.DreMontez and hit that sponsor link, and it'll take you right to those great, amazing people that have been a part of the process of the show. You know what we got to do, huh? Let's high five it. Chest bump. Get that Irish leaf in there. Yeah. Let's hug it out. We know hugs are important. One more time. There you go. Hugs for everyone right there. Why are you wearing that on your head, Dre? Well, I didn't feel like combing my damn hair this morning. It's the equivalent thing when women put that bun in their hair. Same thing. The bun in a woman's hair, especially attractive women, when they put the bun in their hair, I just want to tap them on the shoulder and say, what are you doing? But anyway, welcome to the good show, and again, happy St. Patrick's Day to you. We're used to and accustomed to certain things on this day, but due to the pandemic, we have to make different arrangements. This is usually my parade day, so to speak. Shout out to the people in Dogtown, the McGlynn family. This is our parade day. This is the day right here. I miss parades. I miss them. I know I may complain and talk about all the work behind the scenes, but the most important thing is seeing the people, waving at the people, throwing the beads at the people. I'm sorry, handing the beads out to the people. You can't throw in Dogtown. You gotta hand them out in Dogtown. Sitting on the back porch of the float with Grandpa. That right there. I think it was unfair the year they had both parades the same day. That was a decision to be made. But most importantly, I did both parades that day. I had to show up and show out with the great people. Thank you again to the McCarthy Menden clan. I miss you people. I miss you people and love you guys so much. But again, it's a little short time of your day. We're going to talk about some things real quick. Both sides. Oh, hold on. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If March 17th is really your birthday, your parents been crunk every day on your birthday. They've been crunk every day on your birthday. Since the day you were born up to now, your parents have been getting it in. If today is your birthday, this is your first experience realizing that your birthday is on St. Patrick's Day. What the? Let's get it in. Let's kick it. Huh? One of my highlights of my parade excursions and adventures was the day I had to deliver a keg after the St. Patrick's Day parade to Soulard, and the streets were packed. The horn stopped working on the golf cart. I had a full keg behind me to deliver to a house. I had to part the streets with my voice, and I yelled as loud as I could, "Get out of the way. I have a keg to deliver." And the sea parted. The sea parted. Hell of a day, hell of an experience, but I will never forget that. So today, if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. You're celebrating something today. Congratulations to you. You deserve it. If something is bigger than you that has happened, you know how to explain it, you deserve it. But most importantly, thanks for tuning in. So I'm going to start out today on both sides of the process. And what I mean by that, People always say you need to be behind people that's on the path you're trying to be in. If you're trying to be an accountant, you should be around accountants that have been successful. If you're trying to get in marketing, be around these great salespeople and things like that. If you're following me here on that. But what about the other side? What about that side that has failed in trying to get where you at? Do you need to hear why they fail, how they fail, and how they fail, as well as the people that have succeeded? How did you succeed, and why did you succeed? Do you put both of those together and put it into your formula and your path to the process of figuring out the process? But I do believe that you need both sides of the equation to get a clear understanding of what you're trying to do and why you're trying to do it and how it can be done. We all want to try to do our own thing. No matter what anybody says, there's always one person out there that says, well, I'm going to do this shit my damn way. Okay. Well, we need to meet that person too. But I think you still need that balanced effect to even out the scale. That's a Libra talking to you. And you know the zodiac sign for that is a balanced scale. You need to figure that out. And I think both sides of the equation are like one of the most important tools of the process when you're going through this whole, I guess, idealism of doing your own thing, wanting to do your own thing, or be a part of something that's beyond you. You still need both sides of this. In the sports world, if you're trying to succeed, I think you need to talk to people that have won and lost. That way you can appreciate this. You think it's a funny game and a great story when we hear about athletes saying their first time going to the Stanley Cup. They've never been back. First NBA championship. Never been back. First World Series. Never been back. First Super Bowl. Never been back. Talk to those people, whether they won or lost. But that experience that you get and hear from them people, and you see it, and you can also feel it sometimes. You ever been talking to somebody and you can feel what they're saying? You're like, okay, okay, I'm feeling that. You really feeling that. And I think it really comes down to that, but by having both sides of the process involved in what you're trying to do. Whether you're trying to start your own business, build your name, build your brand, coach your own team. You need the winning side and the losing side as a formula to figure out, okay, now I get it. Now I have a clear understanding. Now I know what is expected of me, what I should expect out of this. Not saying it happens all the time. I'm not saying you go into something and you lose every time that you go at it. That you win every time you go at it. That by having those two observations of both sides, that may help you. I'm just saying, I think it really is a good idea to have that version of win and a loss in your repertoire. That's all I'm saying. We're just trying to keep it peaceful and keep it real. Speaking of keeping it real, on this way back Wednesday edition of Montez at Midday, brought to you by the Weed Squad, can we take a page out of the book and go back to yesteryear? Let's say we go to, I don't know, Rocky 2. When the last time you seen Rocky 2? Huh? Think about it. Sylvester Stallone. Yo, Adrian, Adrian, I can, I barely, I feel about you, Adrian. That's my best Sylvester Stallone in Rocky 2. I totally forgot that Adrian almost died giving birth to their kid. Totally forgot. In Rocky Balboa, Adrian, I don't want to see the kid without you. Refused to see the kid until Adrian was out of her pregnancy coma. Yeah. Didn't know that he was 31 years old fighting Apollo Creed for the second time. Didn't know. And then here's something else I figured out from that movie. There was a movie called Body and Soul. It was a boxing movie back in the day. And Rocky brought out Apollo Creed. So I look in the real world of boxing when it comes to promoters and your swagger getting in the ring. You trying to tell me that Floyd Mayweather came up with his own persona, or was that Apollo Creed? I'm just saying. If you look at Rocky 2, you trying to tell me that ain't Floyd Mayweather going in the ring? From the corner talk, the whole nine. I'm like, wait a minute. They stole from the movie. Or the movie still from the actual world of boxing is boxing greats in the 70s had their own repertoire and persona going into the ring. But that was just weird to me watching that and seeing that. Like, wow. And I think Jane Kennedy should have played Apollo Creed's wife. I'm just saying. Jane Kennedy, the sports analyst that used to be on CBS, with Irv Cross and Jimmy the Greek and Brent Musburger, Jane Kennedy should have played Apollo Creed's wife. I want to know that she even come up for consideration. Because Jane Kennedy was F-I-N-E. You know it. Say it with me. If you're saying to yourself, what the hell is Dre talking about? Type in Jane Kennedy on your Google and let that picture come up and get back to me and say, and high five me on the screen. I'm going to fist pump you. Because I'm right. Mm-hmm. And I also want to know that the boxing world start the negative training. I mean, Burgess Meredith never let up on Rock. Hey, Rock, you're gonna get in there, and you're a bum, Rock. You're nothing. I mean, is that the way the negative coaching started? I mean, I got to do it the right way. I got to do Burgess Meredith right. I got to put the earpiece in because he had one in the hole. Rock, what Rock? You're lazy. You train like shit. Okay. Did boxing perpetuate the way coaches and trainers think they needed to talk to athletes to get the best out of them? I'm asking for a friend. Speaking of asking for a friend, we're going to take a short break here. And don't forget to get your scrub on.
Mountain Man Scrub. As smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on.
All right, get your scrub on. MountainManScrub.com. In the promo, type in DRE, Dre, for instant savings right away and today. But again, happy St. Patrick's Day, huh? When you were a kid, people used to pinch you or hit you. I never knew what that was in 5th grade. Never knew. You don't get other nationalities and other cultures, other religions, and other races celebration. You don't get it sometimes. But when you figure it out, you're like, oh, okay, all right, let's get this in. Let's get this in. This is like one of my busiest days before the pandemic was St. Patrick's Day. Getting it on from downtown to Dogtown, huh? I miss the parade. I miss you people. I miss high-fiving. I miss being on the back porch of the float with Grandpa, drinking some Jameson. Yo, this is J-Mo Day. I'm only drinking Jameson a day in Guinness. That's it. I can't do the corned beef due to the smell and due to the fact I used to cook at an Irish bar. I can't stand it. If you love it, I do the potatoes. But nowhere in the hell can I do... I just can't do it. No. It may be good. It may be satisfying. But I can't do it. Can't do it at all. Speaking of I can't do it, there's a movie out there. I have a few friends and a few family members that have kids. I'm talking more than 2 kids. So 3 kids on up, I think this could be a great thing for you. But we're going to put a little twist on it. And the name of the movie is called Yes Day. It has Jennifer Gardner in it, and she's also the producer of the show. of the movie. And the whole premise of the movie is you having three little baby son of a bitches that are ungrateful, don't understand why you're pressuring them, why you're watching them all the time. It's because you have been through this and you don't want your kids to go through it. So kids think you're being mean. You don't trust them. You trust, don't believe them, and just, you've been there before when it comes to being a parent. You just don't want your kid to go through the same bullshit you went through. So you try to deny them that. They think you're being mean. You're not being mean. There's a reason you can't go to that dance. I went to the same dance, and trust me, bad things are going to happen. You can't go there. No, you can't do that. You can't have that. Put that down. You're the no parent. They think you're mean. But check out this movie called Yesterday. So let's put a different twist on it. The premise of the movie is they convince the parents and the kids, they come into a mutual contractual agreement for 24 hours. You have to say yes. So I think we need to flip that on the adults. If you're 25 and up, that 18 to 24, that's like danger area. I don't want to talk to them. They do crazy shit. But 25 on up, I think you should have a yes day. Don't do anything that's inhumane, illegal to get prison time. You could probably do something to get, a night in jail. Don't take anyone's life. Nothing outside of a 10-mile radius, and nothing for the future. Just make it about that day. Have a yes day. Huh? We all have a friend that needs a yes day. Let's go. No matter what you do, you cannot say no. You got to say yes all day. To the guy that's never been to the strip club in the daytime. We're going to the strip club, Todd. Todd, we're going to the strip club. Yes, Dre. Let's go. Let's go. Huh? Let's go. Let's get up out of here. Let's have a fun yes day when it comes to the adult in us out there. I can imagine how this could turn out in a very comical day. I'm thinking back to my time living in Soulard and living in Belleville. And I could combine the two groups of people that I hung out with. This could be a very fun, adventurous, cell phone, video, selfie-ussy day. To hang out with your friends or friend or group, and it's a yes day. Oh man. I'm seeing the bigger picture of this for adults. But if you're a parent out there, consider having this with your kids. If you guys are arguing back and forth. I'm talking if you have 3 kids, all 3 are under the age of 15. Once the kid turns 15, that's that devil age. Who is that person in my house? Mom, I don't like you. Hey. Yeah. They voice change at 15. So I advise the parents that have kids, 3 kids, 12 and under, to do a yes day. Oh, man. Check out the movie. It's kind of like Snow Day, the movie. That's like the day that all kids dream of. No school, there's snow outside. Let's get this in. Spontaneous house party, as it is called. But I think this yes day could really, really work out for us in a very good way. We've all had bad days before. And speaking of bad days, how do you get through your bad day? If you've had a bad day, what do? You go to the bar, you go home, you play the video game, you watch a movie that gets you, you hit the bag, you go running, you eat things you shouldn't be eating. You snuggle up with a pillow on the couch, you eat ice cream. When you've had a bad day, what do? It's been probably, I want to say more than 15 years, probably more than 20 years since I've had a bad day. A bad day. When I used to have a bad day in my days of playing competitive softball, I would go to the batting cages. Boom. You can hit the ball, You can yell. You can let all your aggression out. That's why I think every job needs that quiet room for you to go in there and lose your damn mind and break shit. Yeah. Put a bat in that room. Well, I don't know about a bat because then somebody may bring it out of the room and hit an actual employee. But I think we need that stress factor room for people that have had a bad day. But bad days, the way you release the hounds, I think, is important, needed, and should be had. Just like today. If you're at the bar right now, if you're at your house, if you're pre-gaming, if you're tailgating with your crew, let's do a shot at J-Mo, huh? J-Mo's in the air, huh? Social shot, huh? As we say in the Navy, 1, 2, 3, fuck you. Now you drink it. That's called a social shot if I've ever seen one right there. But GetItIn.com for yourself and for everyone else that's involved. Don't forget to visit www.dremontez.com. Follow us on social media for our podcast, Who's to Blame. Our page on Facebook, Who's to Blame. Instagram, Who's to Blame the Podcast. And Twitter, at W2B Dre Montez. Oh, man, I got to comb my hair. I blame the women with the bun. They quit putting the bun in their hair. Oh, man. The bun? They even have a YouTube video on how to make an ugly bun. Come on now. Come on. That's why I'm glad this is my favorite time of the year coming up, guys. Sundress season. The sundress is meant to be worn with no bra, thong and no underwear, and sandals. Had the feet out. That's how it's meant to be worn. In public. Let's go. Huh? Let's appreciate that factor and get everyone involved to appreciate the sundress in sundress season. I think the sundress is the only outfit a woman can wear and not have an ass and nobody gives a damn. What I like to call it, no ass at all season.com. That's what it should be called. It's called a whole lot of things. It's St. Patrick's Day today, and it's also Sleep Awareness Week. As a person that suffers from, I don't want to say suffer, as a person that goes through insomnia at a very high rate for the past 30 years, I've had insomnia. I just cannot. Let's say you go to bed at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night and you get up at 7 a.m. Not this guy. If I go to bed at 9 o'clock at night, I'm getting up at 11:30. And I'm up for the entire night. If I go to bed at 10 o'clock, I'm up at 2:30 in the morning. Now I'm up for the entire day. I take power naps in the daytime. And a power nap to me is anywhere from 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And I can go the rest of the day. Let's get it in. I've never been a person that can sleep 6 to 10 hours. And I know a lot of people that sleep like that. I mean, they look like they can't hear nothing. They getting their issue on. They just are good sleepers. I know a whole lot of people that are just great sleepers. And I look at them and say, wow, wish I could do that. But for those of us that cannot sleep, what is some of the craziest shit that you've dreamed of? I mean, the crazy sleep stories that you possibly have. I mean, for probably 3 years, I've had this crazy dream due to my sleep deprivation that I keep finding a dead body in my shower. And the past 3 places that I've lived has had a shower that's been in my dream. So one day I got up in real time and I never closed my bathroom door. Never. And I woke up this particular morning and the bathroom door was closed. And I'd had that dream about a dead body being in my shower. So I'm freaking out like, how in the hell and why in the hell is my bathroom door closed? So I was really scared to go in the bathroom. I had to talk myself up like in Will Smith movie, I, Robot, when that robot did that. That's how I was looking at the bathroom. Who the closed the damn door? So I opened the door really, really slow. There was no dead body in there. Yeah, thank God. But if you've had some crazy stories from your sleep deprivation, share them with me. Type it in, hit the button, and we'll go from there. But the sleep deprivation stories there's something different. Because you know what's real and what's not. You ever been really, really tired and you feel your body tingling? You don't know if you're asleep, if you're awake, you're looking around, and somebody says, what's wrong with you? Nothing. But they don't know you haven't been to sleep for like 18 hours. They don't know that. There should be like a color that goes with people that are sleep deprived. So when we see each other out in public, we can know each other like, oh, we're going through the same thing too. But how can we link up and go to sleep together? I told you about that sleep app that I saw on 60 Minutes on Mondays, Montez at midday. Sleep with me. Well, this guy's just talking useless information. I'm going to try that sleep app this weekend. I don't think I'm going to need it today. I think I'm going to use Jameson to be my sleep app today. Jameson is the cognac of the Irish people. I'm telling you. J-Mo for the game-o. Get that Jameson on. This going to be a J-Mo action-packed day. As my man Keith and Sulark would always say, live action, boss. Yee-yee! This is going to be live action all day. All damn day. Before we get out of here, I gotta figure this out. With the cell phone situation and all that, what is your name and the person that you call cell phone? What's your name? Is your name labeled? Huh? Is your real name in their cell? And what is your contact name in somebody's phone? Here's what I encourage you to do. The next time you with somebody and you want to find out what your name is in their cell phone, when they leave the room and they leave their cell phone down, call the cell phone. And just take a look. Nasty Nick. She called me Nasty Nick? Call that number. Boom. Big Booty Brenda. What the? People have different names in the phone for you. You will be amazed when people have your name. I driving a golf cart for so many years, I had to label people by the way they tipped, what they wore, what they drove, or what hotel they stayed at majority of the time. Like, I want to say Chris, Missouri Athletic Club. I knew that was Chris from the Missouri Athletic Club. Stacy, Hummer. Stacy drove a Hummer to the games all the time. So, things like that. What is the name that you have for certain people in your phone? And do they know? Now, some of you really go too far. Like, everyone has their drug dealer in their phone by different names or whatever. Everybody does. What's the craziest name you have in your phone for your drug dealer? Never on time, motherfucker. Got the good. I have to give a shout out, though, to the barbers and the drug dealers that have been getting better with their punctuality and time. I really do. I really do. They've come a long way in the past 20 years. Remember back in the day, you like, damn, where you at? She's going to be here at 3. It's 4:30. Where you at? You call them, I'm on my way. That is the most used phrase by any drug dealer in America. I'm on my way. What? But I've been here for an hour. How you on your way? But they're getting better. Thank you, social media, for helping. That's it right there. Because you got to figure out what your name is in somebody's phone, especially your ex. If you still communicate with your ex, just call her phone or his phone and just see what your name is. You think that'll keep the relationship going as you two are friends when you see your name in the phone? What? You call me that? Why is that my name? That's not even my name. Why are you calling me that? So when other people see your phone ringing, they're going to tell you, oh, my God, piece of shit calling you. Or, my mama don't like that girl. Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh. When you get really personal with the people that are calling you, to make sure you don't answer the phone. We all know we have a lot of people with the same name, but there has to be a way for you to tell them apart when they call you. Debbie 1, Debbie 2, Christina 1, Christina 4. I mean, how are you labeling these people on your phone when they call you? People would be amazed if someone had access to your cell phone and they hit that contact button and they look through the names of the people in your contact list. They'll probably get them side-eye looks like, what the? Why do you call them that? It happens sometimes out there, but it is St. Patrick's Day. There's no parades. There are parades in our homes, our communities, our neighborhoods. We can get it in. Since the Brady's brought out Zoom the very first time on the Brady Bunch, I'm looking forward to the Zoom celebrations today that are taking place in Soulard, taking place on the Hill, taking place throughout St. Louis today. I'm going to check out some of these shows and performances. Shout out to my man Pat White, by the way. Got to get it in. But again, if you're celebrating a birthday today and you're over, I think kids are drinking at 12 now. If it's your birthday, get that Jameson in today. Get that J-Mo in today. Drink responsibly. Party hard. Yeah? And don't forget to let your friends know where you're at and where you're going so they can find you tomorrow. Huh? Nobody wants to find you by the GPS or find my cell phone tomorrow. Let people know where you at and who you hanging with, huh? And we're going to have some fun. We're going to get out here and wave at some people. Take some pictures. Huh? Point. No corned beef for me. Ugh. Plenty of J-Mo, though. We're doing Jameson here. Jameson and Guinness all day. Huh? The OE of the Irish community and the cognac of the Irish community, that being Jameson and Guinness. We're going to get it in.com.org. Give you a recap. What we talked about today was both sides of the process. I think you need negative and positive on that. As well as Rocky 2. Didn't know that Adrian almost died giving birth, and Rocky was 31 years old. And I think a lot of today's boxers used Apollo Creed's persona and his corner as getting prepared to fight. Also, I think you need to have a yes day. There's a great movie out about that on the kids, but I think as adults, you need to have a yes day where you're not allowed to say no. We're just going to keep it cool, nothing illegal, nothing in the future, but just keeping it fun-wise, a yes day. I think that's needed. What do you do to get over your bad day? What do you do? If you've had a bad day, what do you do to get over it? As well as Sleep Awareness Week, I talked about my crazy sleep story. What's yours? You can share it with me. As well as your name in a cell phone. What is your contact name? And your friend, your crew, whoever it may be, what is your name in their cell phone? You will be amazed and shocked if you didn't know and then you find out. Just call that person when you're next to them and look over at the phone. Be like, oh, what the hell? Dyslexic Dave? I told you that in secrecy. You just never know. Find out what your name is in someone's cell phone. You'd be amazed. We're going to let our hair down. We're going to get crunk today. We're going to get our J-Mo with the game on. Usually in the parade on the hill. I miss you people. Mwah, ha, wah, ha. Let's hug it out. As they said, hugs are needed. It's therapeutic. So if we hug ourselves, at least someone's hugging you if no one else is hugging you. As my great-grandpappy always told me, to appreciate the details of the day. It's really, really important. As today I want you guys to be careful, be safe, make sure that's your Uber, that's your Lyft, check on your buddy, do a high five, but that does not mean the cock block. Okay? Don't get that confused with being safe and looking out for your friends, and it turns into be your cock block, and you find out, not tomorrow, but Friday, on what you did. Okay? So let's go out there and have a great time today. Put your green on. Put your green on. Let's go and get it in. Get that Guinness and that Jameson in you, because we're going to get our JAMO on. Most importantly, kids, we'll talk to you Friday on Montez at midday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and YouTube as well. And don't forget to visit www.dremontez.com. All right, good people. And we're going to get up out of here, and we're going to try to holler at you later. And we're out.